My question is, how can these students and even ones that are in college right now, how can they get into college for esports? What's the route? What's the path? What's a simple thing what's some first steps they can take?
A couple different routes depending on where you're at with things. If you're finishing up high school and you weren't part of a high school esports program or anything like that, or absolutely square one, no history with anything, the first thing you're going to want to do is obviously pick the game that you're trying to go to college for. So just make sure that you have an understanding, even if you're not super great at it. Let's say it's Overwatch and you're a gold player. Just make sure you know what game you're focused on and make sure you understand how that game works at the professional level, as far as just do a little research on the events, the tournaments you're going to run into, like open division, that sort of stuff, just to get a baseline understanding of how the competitive scene works. That's important when you're going to talk to the recruiter, because they want to make sure that you understand how whatever esports title you're going for works. And then in order to get found right now in esports, your best bet is going to be you reaching out to the teams. If you're not involved in anything, there's no way they're going to find you. So you're going to have to take it on your own to reach out to these guys. So the best way to find esports programs, honestly, is Twitter's a really great one. If you just search a college with esports at the end of it, they probably have a Twitter handle. You can also, there's some directories being built. There's a directory at NACE's website to search for colleges, but honestly, like Twitter is going to be a really easy one for you, operating under the assumption that you have no history in esports. The best way, and what's going to help you a lot, is if you're part of the High School Esports League, join our Discord. We have, I don't even know how many recruiters, it's over 50 recruiters now for colleges that are actively looking for students to join their program. And then winning and participating in HSEL events is a really good way to get your name out there for college recruiters to know who you are and know that you're taking esports serious. So that's a really good bet. But ultimately, you got to take it on yourself. You got to reach out. I always say if you reach out to 5 colleges as someone graduating and going into college, you'll get an offer from one of them. You'll get an offer. It's such a growing field at college. We'll take on a lot of students. Even if you're not a great student, not a great student, be a great student. If you're not a great player, if you're not a super high rank, don't worry about it. There's opportunities for developmental players. There's opportunities for you to take on roles such as team management, social media management, helping finding scrims, shoutcasting, broadcasting. There's so many different opportunities. All you have to do is make a good impression on that coach and they'll take you on and they'll find a role for you. I promise.
Is there a required GPA for college esports?
Yes. So each school is going to be a little bit different, but you have to be in good academic standings for the school, and you also have to be able to be accepted into the school. So a good guideline is a 2.5 GPA or higher should be good enough to get you accepted into most college programs. And you're going to have to keep a minimum GPA, depending on the college, of around 2.5. Some are even higher at 3.0. So yes, you do have to keep in good academic standings. You also have to make sure that you're a full-time student. You can't be a part-time student. You can't be part-time online. Essentially, it kind of follows high school. Like if you can get accepted into the college, then you're good. And then you just have to maintain that standing with them. There's also, it's worth noting, if your GPA is not great, if you struggled in school, didn't have motivation, whatever the reason may be, colleges at the community college level do have esports programs as well. And that could be a great opportunity to boost your GPA for a year, get some experience, and then transfer into a larger university. 1 year of college credits is enough to cancel out your high school GPA. So if you can establish 1 year of a GPA at the college level, your high school GPA no longer matters. So if you did struggle in school, that's a really easy way to go around it and also save some money.